Hello, hello, it's Wessel here, and thanks for joining me as I continue on my adventures in SnowRunner on hard mode. And today we're up to day 24 here in Austria, and we don't have a lot more days before we're going to be starting logging. Probably another 2 or 3, I reckon. We will see. But today we're going to try and finish off the, what's it called? I can't think what it's called. Seasonal work contract that we started yesterday. So that should be pretty much, I'm just on a bit of an angle here, so I might just reverse back and straighten myself up a bit. I don't want to tip over picking up this Loadstar because they are quite heavy. So I'll just drag it over so it's quite close to the truck. See what I mean? Definitely has some weight to it. I didn't even put the supports out though, so that probably didn't help. Right, I'm going to pop it into the back of the truck because that's the easiest way to carry it. It would be a lot easier if I didn't keep bumping it on the trailer. So we're up above that now. It's just going to fit in this bed by the looks of it. It might not even fit in this bed. It's a big baby, isn't it? Oh, I see. That's our problem. It's actually almost too long for the bed. With its yeah, almost too long, so we won't be able to pack it. So we'll probably fall out of there. We might have a go in a minute at trying to place it a bit better. It seems like it's sort of, yeah, it's just not going to sit well. I think it's not going to sit well. I think we're going to have trouble. Definitely going to be a bit of a nightmare. Maybe I should try and pick it up and spin it around so I get its nose at the front. Let's do that. I'll come back here to me. Alright, we'll put it down and then we'll try and pick it up so that it's facing forwards rather than facing backwards. Right, swing around there. Now get in there. It may still not quite work. It's a mighty big guy. Well, actually, what I could do, I could probably put it in the trailer. Probably can't do that from here, but I can sort of push it over that way. Right. So it's near the trailer. Detach the trailer. Go back and in the trailer because it could well be that our float thingy just isn't big enough. Oh, good on you. Hopefully we'll lift it back up. We should stand that trailer back up while we're doing it. That's the way. Get up. Thank you. Stay there. Stop going everywhere. Not sure why its tyres are turning like that. We might be able to bump it into there. Or we might just knock the whole thing over. Thank you. There we go. So we tricked it into straightening its wheels. And despite the fact that you can see its wheels through the side of the tray, that should still pack okay. Now we've got it. Alright, so now we'll take it down to where it goes. Now where does it go? What's the best way to get there? We're going to the logging camp, which is here. So we could go this way, I think. Might be a bit tricky, but we'll give it a go. So pretty much following this path. Okay. Alright, so we're off to the logging camp. So our prime focus today is going to be on seasonal work, so, which just needs us to deliver this Loadstar. And then once we've done that, we'll have to have a quick look at what still needs to be done, but I think we're then down to like literally only 2 more contracts. And then we've got some watery type contracts, delivering water, or tasks I should say. I don't even know where that goes to. What the heck is that there? It's like a, I don't know, something there, but nothing that we need at the moment. I wonder if we need that later on. I can't even see what it is. Looks like long planks or something like that. Or a cargo container, I don't know. I'm sure later on we'll come back and go, oh gee, I wish I'd gone and got that. That's usually what happens. Anyway, I was saying we're going to finish off seasonal work. Then I'm just going to check the contracts and tasks outstanding, because we might have a contest that we can do with the earth roamer. And then I'd like to start on the watery tasks. To deliver water to about 3 different things, 2 tasks and a contract or something like that. And then we're really starting to get down to just the logging ones to go. And that'll mean we'll have to bring all the trucks back to the garage, reconfigure them with logging add-ons, and come back out. I'm assuming at this stage I'm going to want this one to have a crane on it, probably a medium logging thingy. Where the heck is the road? Oh, wow. Okay, the road does go there, even though it doesn't really look like it. This could be a bit of fun. I wonder if I should have just gone through the water. It would have been easier. Particularly with this one's fairly long nose. Now we might lose the trailer here if we're not careful. Because you can see it's gradually going further and further to the edge. Go away there. That was lucky. Yes, it might have been easier to come just up the river and bump up the rocks at the end, I think. So we're going to follow this path around like that over here, and then we'll get there. Okay. So as much as the path looks like it's not going towards our destination, it is really. yes, I think I was saying, when I come set these up for logging, I'm hoping that I can put a logging crane and a medium log back end on and still be able to pull a medium log trailer. That would be good. We can then use the CT680 with a short logging add-on, I hope. We've got, at one stage, we've also got to get a new short logging trailer. Now I'm hoping that that can be pulled by trucks, and it's not that it can only be pulled by the futon tractor. It's called a futon S logging trailer, S for short. Now this time I am going to remember to stop, refuel from the Loadstar, and then do this. There we go. Yay, so that's seasonal work done, contract. What's that task there? Firewood for the hermit. I think I've got that, haven't I? Yep. Okay, so let's turn the engine off for a minute and just have a quick little look in terms of things to do. We've got ready, set, sew. Now we've already done half of this. We just need to finish it off by taking the multi-row planter, which is the blue one, over to the soybean field, use it, and then deliver some fertiliser. Okay, we've got it's in the bag, which is our potatoes, and we've done all of the ones here. We've just got to do the ones at Unterfeld. So there's the lakeside house, the lighthouse, and the castle. We've then got the inhospitable castle, but we can't do that one until we've done in the bag, the potatoes one, and another one called 2 peas in a pod. So we might put that one on hold for the minute. And then here we've got ashes to ashes, water to soil, which is basically needing us to take some water up to this burned forest area in the northwest of the map. We've got loggy things where we've got to take that trailer over to here and then deliver some short logs into Unterfeld. Yep. We've got 2 peas in a pod, which is we need to deliver a medium log and a long log to Unterfeld. We've got wild horses, which is a long log to the stable in Unterfeld. So a lot of the logging looks like it's running from here into the other map. And we've got this amazing contract called Fahrenheit 572, where we have to deliver 10 loads of logs. 10. Now this might end up stretching my, I won't use something other than a logging trailer for logs, because I ain't going to be running back and forward here 5 times with a medium log trailer and a medium log add-on. I mean, that's just silly. It's just too much. So we might, well, it's one of the last things we'll do anyway. We will wait to see for that one. And then for contract tasky things, we've got Hot Wheels, which is the contest, and that basically is a contest to make us drive all around here, a whole lot of places around here. We've got Eating Dirt, which is where we need to take the Fleetstar with the water tanker on it that was found down here at the West Side Farm. Need to take that up here to the Cliffside House. We've got Lone Etiquette, which is the service trailer to go to the port, and we virtually have it there, so that's almost finished. Barrel Instability is the fuel trailer to the parking lot, and it's already right there. Dry Spell is the water one. Firewood for the hermit needs a log and a consumable. Now we've got a consumable sitting up here at the roundabout, so that's why I got that one, and we'll do that at some stage. An obstacle on the road is delivering the Caterpillar CT680 to the port, and it's sitting right there, but we're just using it as a fuel holder at the moment, so we won't do that till we're pretty much finished. And that's pretty well it. If we look at the other map, E24, the only task there is pool party, which is another watery thing. So we need to deliver some water to the community pool. So I think what I might do, I probably should bring the PLAD back, at least back a bit of the way. We might just bring it back and leave it somewhere, because I don't think I'm going to need it very much for more things. But I might just bring it down to the flooded farm. That's where I'm going to take it. So it still stays over this side of the map. And the reason I'm toying with taking it to the flooded farm is because I know there's some wooden planks there, and we might need wooden planks for something. Maybe. So it's like we might pick those up on our way through. Probably makes some sense, maybe. Because it's likely now that the next thing the PLAD really has to do is it's going to go back to the garage and get itself its log add-ons. Because we can't do that final inhospitable castle one until we've done some of the logging ones. So that kind of means that we'll either end up taking all the stuff there and just parking it on the side of the road. Ooh, that's bigger than I thought it was. Or something. But I think today, so really the next obvious stuff to be doing is the water stuff, and then the contest. We've got to do that at some stage, but the earth roamer is a long way away from there at the moment, so we might leave that for another day. Let's come back to the farm, and I'll pull up here, and we can make up our minds later on as to whether we want to grab some wooden planks or whatever it was that was here. So we'll just block there for the minute. Okay, we can always get some stuff from there later on. Now, the next thing I'm going to do though is the watery things, and I'm going to do something really quite sneaky, because for water, whenever I think of water, I think of Ontario, because that's where they introduced it. And in Ontario, I've still got the great big water monster, the Derry Special. Why am I going to Duncan Bay? I wanted to go to Ontario. Boy, oh boy. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time now just going to the wrong map. But I will go to Ontario as soon as I can get through here. I want to go to Ontario, Albany River. Yes, that's where I want to go. So I want to go to the Albany River because that's where the water monster is. And what I'm going to do is I'll set it up in the garage here at Albany River with all of the custom add-on bits that I want, the gearbox and engine and snorkels and all that stuff. And then I'm going to take it down. So I'm looking now for the Derry Special. Which is better be here, by the way. Derry Special. It's in British Columbia. Am I in British? No, I'm in Ontario. Did I take it into British Columbia? I must have. Well, that's annoying, because I don't want to bring it into here and then bring it into there. That's doubly annoying. Oh, I'm cross that I took it into British Columbia. It shouldn't be there. It should be here in Ontario. Oh, poop. So obviously at some stage I've brought it in here to do something. Oh well, that is a pity. That is actually a real pity, because I would have liked to have taken it in Ontario down to the water pump that's in Ontario, not far from the garage. I could have filled it up with water there and then brought it in fully filled up with water. Whereas this way, I'm going to have to bring it in empty, which is particularly annoying because now I'm going to have to go and get water from here rather than from Ontario. And it's just a bit annoying. All right, we're going to bring it in anyway. I'm just a bit annoyed. Customize it. Engine. We will take the biggest and nastiest engine we have. Or the second biggest, I don't know. I might take the, I'll take the biggest. Gearbox, going to get the advanced special. Suspension, active, yes. Tyres, 55-inch muddies will do. Winch, I've got an advanced heavy, so I'll take it. Engageable diff lock, we'll have a spare wheel somewhere. We've got the front-facing snorkel, so we can go underwater. Frame add-on. Nope, none of those. So we can do a saddle high, loading crane, sidewall bed, frame, cargo, flatbed, fire tank. Right, so he can do a log. Right, so he can do a log carrier, but that's about all. So he's not a good logging truck, which is a pity because I would have liked to have used him for that too. Oh, he can do short logging frame. Oh, he'll be fine then. Okay, but most importantly, we're going to get the fire tank. We've already got the rooftop supplies on. So let's get out of here. Okay. Ooh, we've not got a lot of fuel and we've got a damaged suspension. So we didn't really put him away very well when we used him. That's not unlike me, to be honest. What have we got for repair points? We've got half the repair points, none of the repair points. Okay, so we are actually not as well set up as I would normally like to leave a truck. So that in itself is also a little bit annoying. Well, it is what it is. And of course, when we've got it here, I'm sure there'll be no water in it. Yeah, so there's nothing here about water. So I don't think we've got any. Right, well, we've got fuel on our roof. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop for a second, look at what I can do. Okay, my original assumption was that I could have brought this in from Ontario. I would have then gone to the pool party spot and delivered the truckload of water and then come straight across and carried on with the watery sorts of things. I think I might mostly do that. Obviously I can't deliver the pool party water, so that's annoying. But it is what it is. Can't be helped. Can't be helped. We're going to keep going. So we don't have a huge amount of fuel. So we should refuel from that little fuel trailer because we just don't have a lot. And I don't want to run out when I'm off in the unknown places. That'll do. So now we've got a lot of fuel. We'll repair our current damage. So we have some repair points, but not many. We've got fuel on our roof, so we're okay for fuel. All right. I'm a bit cross that I've moved it into British Columbia. Because that's what this truck is really best for, is this sort of water delivery stuff. And it just means I'll have to do an extra run later on to get more water, which I would have preferred not to do. So we're not going to worry about pool party at the moment. We're just going to head straight into foothills and go and get ourselves some water at the water tower at Western Farm in Foothills. And once we get in there, we'll be able to see the tasks that we're going to try and focus on. So we're coming in through the south of the map. So into Foothills we go with our Derry. And we'll come in the south of Foothills and then come up the main road, which will be pretty straightforward. And we'll be able to top up our fuel from the Caterpillar. There's not going to be a whole lot of fuel left there now either, but that's right. That's what it's there for. And then we'll keep going up and around to the water tower. Yeah, so this guy will be pretty thirsty, but we've got a fair bit of fuel around. It carries a lot of fuel anyway. Fuel's only $2 a litre here, so it's not that expensive to buy it if we do have to. And we've got more money than we can eat anyway. Yes, my cunning plan was to pick him up in Ontario so I could at least have done half of the pool party, or just short of half, in typical SnowRunner fashion. This water tank holds 2,200 litres and the pool party I think is 4,600, so it's just a bit more than twice. So we'll have to we'd have to go 3 times anyway, but it's just a bit annoying that now I'm going to have to do a separate run, which I wouldn't have otherwise had to do if I had this truck in Ontario, where it originated from. And also I'm surprised I left it in such bad state, not filled up and not repair. Now, I mean, often the not repairs, I can do that because it's sometimes very hard to take them via the repair site on their way back to the garage. So it's not uncommon that I haven't filled up the repair points. But it's a bit surprising that I hadn't topped up its fuel. Maybe I just forgot. That's okay. So we'll beetle along here, head past the the port entrance, we'll fuel up, and then keep on going up around the roundabout, heading north, keep going until we get to the first turn off, where I think I have left the Flatlands, which we have to deliver up to the north somewhere. And that's another thing that in hindsight I wouldn't have done, because we'll grab that Flatlands, we're going to take it back pretty much to where we found it, so it's a bit of a waste. Now what I can do here is I can repair from that. Oh, I've already repaired, that's right. So I use my own repair points. Okay, fine. Refuel from the fuel tank in the Cat. Right, so we've got 120 on our roof and 380 in our tank. We don't get any extra fuel in the water tanker, we just get repair points. So we'll keep heading up here and head on to the water tower where we can load up our water. requires us just to turn off along here somewhere. Oh, not quite yet. In a minute. So we make pretty light work of that. Alright, now here's the Flatlands, and perhaps somewhat annoyingly, I'm going to be taking it pretty much back to where I got it in the first place. So that's just a bit annoying. Come on, lady. So a bit of a wide turn here. Loadstar running into that pole if I can help it. So now we're heading back down to the western farm where we've got around to where the water tower is, I should say. We're going to take this guy with us to act as a bit of a mobile water storage tanker. So if we'd left him where he originally was, it would have been in almost the perfect spot for us. So unfortunately, I've brought him all the way along here. I'm going to take him all the way back to where I got him and bring him back again. It's okay. So said before, this is our first playthrough in this region really, so I just didn't know what all the tasks were. Haven't worked out the best way. But if we can use the tank on the Flatlands to hold some water, it'll mean that we don't have to go back to the water tower for the tasks here. Which will be good. We'll see as we go. Hopefully we'll get a bit of it done today and the cunning plan will become clear. So that's where we found it, pretty much at that yellow square there. Would have been a lot easier if we just got it from there. Given how much trouble we had a bit of trouble with the SnowRunner bringing it back in the first place, and now I've dragged it back again. I'm going to take it up here to the farm and park it at the farm. That way it's nicely in a good spot for us. So he'll wait there while we go. I'm just going to switch to the tasks so it's obvious what we're doing. Dry spell. So we need to deliver 600 litres to the western farm, 600 to the warden's cabin and 600 to the service centre. So the western farm's here and the load point is here. So western farm is there, warden's cabin is sort of in the middle of the hill here, and service hub is over here where we've been before. Okay, so let's go and get some water. Good job, well done, mate. Yeah, yes, at some stage I'm going to want to take this one back via the other port so I can top up its repair points. We'll do that later on. It's just a bit annoying. Just live with that suspension damage for the moment until I get over to the port entrance, when we can use the service trailer to fix those repair points rather than using the ones on our roof. Yeah, so let's get some water. 2,200 litres of water, that's a nice lot of water to have. So for these 3 drop-offs we need 1,800, but we've also got another contract here for delivering water, which I'm highly aware of. So we're going to come back down to the Western Farm and drop off the first 600 litres at the Western Farm. Sneaky and also drop off the rest of the water into the Flatlands water tank. We'll then come back up here and load up another 2,200 litres of water. And that should then get us through all of the tasks that were all the water things we need to do here on this map. We're just going to be left with that silly pool party. We'll have to finish off on the other map. Let's go and drop it where it belongs. Oh, actually, better still, we'll take the Loadstar with us. I'll leave it there. Engine. Do our water management. That's the first one done. Turn around. We'll get there. Come down here. Start there, but first we're going to transfuse the water from the tank into the Flatlands tank and then head up, get a whole load more water. And let's see if I can find a good spot to take a photo while I think of it. Up here once we're refueling. this too. Just missed it. Fill up and then reverse back and take a photo. There we go. Lots of water. So let's reverse back and see if we can find a nice photogenic spot. Now putting our truck into his car. Maybe here in front of the pub. About something like that. I reckon that'd be cute. Okay, so we've got our water. We've got our everything we need. We've delivered the first lot. We've got a fair bit of water in the Flatlands. So now we can take that with us back to the main road. When we first found it, so we should be okay to do it again. So the next place we have to get to is the Bruins cabin. Get there and drop off the next 600 litres. Leave the service centre to go. The way the rear of this truck is slightly detached from the centre. It's really cute. Yeah, obviously, we've got the add-on on the back. It's not attached to the middle. Look at that. Stop looking at the back of it and look where you're going. Oh dear, that was silly. So now we've got 2,200 litres of fuel of water in the Derry. We need 1,200 for this task. And we need 1,500 for the other contract. So I'm going to come back and nick some from the Flatlands. Obviously there's no point delivering the Flatlands with water in its tank, so we won't do that. We'll bring it up here and park it at the main road, back where it was, pretty much. Down to the roundabout. Park it there. Derry's got more than enough power to be able to port through this nasty little bit. So we will have to eventually bring it back this way. Wow, fourth gear, third gear as we pull up the hill. That's amazing. It barely even slowed down. So there, and that's pulling a police at the same time. With 2 tons of water on board. So we'll take this guy around the roundabout a bit. And tight here if we possibly can. Where is he tracking? Oh, beautifully. Right, so you can be there. I'm going to come back and fix up my repair points from the service trailer. And then refuel from the... Where is he? From the other Caterpillar. To the warden's house. Turning circles are not great because it's such a big truck. It should be okay. Rightio, so we've... Oh, can I connect? I might not be able to connect actually. Oh, I can, that's good. Repair from the service trailer. Yeah, got it right that time. Detach. Turn around, refuel from the fuel tanker. All of that just to avoid the sign. I don't know, such a good corporate citizen not crashing into the sign. So we'll be able to refuel because we're roughly half full. We'll take 190 litres, which will pretty much empty this guy now. So we're starting to run him right out of fuel. Yeah, he's only got 100 litres left in it. Now when we deliver him, that Caterpillar, it doesn't need any fuel in its fuel tanker. It just needs to have fuel in its standard fuel tank. So we're going to come here, head up and deliver our 600 litres to the warden's house up here. Which may be a little bit easier said than done. We'll see how we go. Warden's house is not too much further up here. It's starting to really push now, so that's good. It's pretty high. Let's just have a look straight ahead. Yes, straight ahead. Then we can drop off this 600 litres for the warden's house, come back to the roundabout, top up our water from the from the Fleetstar, and then continue on over to the service centre. Alright, so happily delivered everything for him. How do we get out of here? Messy. Just isn't great. It's pretty flat here, so we're okay. Down there. Yep, that's right. I don't know why it's telling me I've got a fire tank. I know I've got a fire tank. Why are you giving me a down arrow? I'm not asking you to do anything with it. Maybe I'll just stop. Can't do anything to get rid of it. I'm not going to drain the water. Okay. It's a little button. It's just saying, yes, you've got a fire tank, you're winner. It's a bit messy. Oh, that was very messy. But now I've kind of got my nose where I don't want it, so I'm going to go back. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to just keep on. Ooh, I'm going to make a mess of this, aren't I? Why am I... Oh, that rock. There's a rock. There's always a rock. That naughty, naughty rock. Ooh, that was very naughty, that rock. So I'm going to go quite a lot wider there. So it's obviously a rock on the inside there that is just mean. So let's go more out there. Avoid the mean rock. We'll come back to the roundabout and get some more water. Oh, good on you. I can't be bothered turning around. I'm just going to go around the roundabout. Gotta be high. Since I don't go too quick and hit the poles. Okay, around the roundabout. Nicely done. And then transfuse from the little one to the big one. Lovely. Right, so I've now got water full to the brim in my fire truck. And I've still got 1,000 odd litres in the Fleetstar. So let's head over at the last now to the service centre and drop our 600 out. Be able to have a look at the map and see where we have to go to get to the burned foresty place for the contract. Where we'll have just a bit more water than we need. I'm certainly not going to have suspension around at the moment, more than anything by the looks of it. It seems like suspension is the weak link in this truck, or maybe it's just the fact that I'm hitting rocks and things. Okay, so here's where we left the Caterpillar a while ago. After we bought the two cabins across. So we'll come down here and once again top up. from the scout fuel carrier. So we're starting to get down to the bottom end of the scout fuel carrier too. It's all right. Starting to get light. So our timing is good. We'll finish dry spell today. So that's good. We'll finish two things today then. We'll finish seasonal work, which, to be honest, we did most of yesterday. We'll finish that today. And we should be able to drop off our 600 litres of water. And that should leave us with 1,600 litres of water in the tanker. Perfect. Thank you so much. So that's dry spell done, and as says there, we've still got 1,600 litres of water in our fire tank. Now, just because that's annoying me a fraction, I'm going to hop over to another truck, I don't care which one, and then hop back to the Derry. Aha, and that made it go away. Good. All right, so now what we want to do is ashes to ashes. So I need to go from here. Oh, it's not very far. From here, I need to sort of work my way up and around. Actually, it's going to be up there, isn't it? So let's do some blue markers. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to be here. Whoops. Here. I'm going to go up this way. Along here. Battle my way over here. Now that might prove to be challenging, but I think we'll be okay. And then turn and come up here. If I can get my little markers to go where they want to go. Something like that. I don't know that we'll have enough time to do that. In fact, I'm sure we won't. But we might kind of start and at least get on the path. Quite happily, and somewhat surprisingly, these two drop spots are very, very close together. I'm going to do that little bit of repair as well. Ooh, wow, it was more than I thought it was. Right, I am out of repair points. So that becomes a little bit more urgent. Come back to the port, which we will do tomorrow, I might just head through the port and get those repair points straight away. Because I don't want to end up breaking the truck and then finding that I'm stranded somewhere without being able to repair myself, given that I'm capable of carrying, I don't know, 500 odd repair points overall. Would be embarrassing. Just come here. Just make it time. Yeah, and I probably should just check what time it is. Because I didn't look before when we had the screen open. So it will be. We are very close to 8 o'clock. Feels like I'm getting towards 8 o'clock. Not quite there yet, but it feels like we're around the 7:40, 7:50 mark. And once we get through this muddy bit up that hill, we've gone the wrong way. So let's look now. 7:27. Get ourselves back on the right path. does have a bit of an overhang, this truck. It also has a very beastie big engine, so it can push along pretty well. Pretty sure we came along this way with the Earthrunner actually. Thought, oh, that's a bit of a scout way to go because it's quite narrow. Let's see how we go in something a bit bigger, but I think we'll do it tomorrow. So I'm going to just pull up here on this blue marker and say, actually on these big rocks, we'll line them up on the big rocks. Right, so we're on the big rocks. It is 7:57, so close enough for 8 o'clock. We'll stop ourselves there and say, yay for us, what a good day. And it was a good day. So we basically finished the two tasks today. We finished seasonal work, which was a contract of seasonal work, and also finished dry spell. So that's good. So tomorrow we'll continue delivering our water. Hopefully we'll be fine to deliver this and finish off ashes to ashes. And then, yeah, we'll pretty much be getting close to having to bring trucks back for logging. Anyway, that's all good. So we're definitely making progress. That's it for today though. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again tomorrow. That's it for now. Bye-bye.